What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video where today I will be ranking a whole lot of Marvel movies. I think this may be missing a few things. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to do whatever's here and go with it. Okay, starting off with Ant-Man and the Wasp, which leads me to believe that this is alphabetized. But I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie gets more hate than it deserves. I'm going to put it at a B. Ant-Man, B above Ant-Man and the Wasp. Age of Ultron, that's a C. Infinity War, A. Captain Marvel, personally I believe Captain Marvel is overhated, but it's still a C. Winter Soldier, top tier, easy. Okay, I'm going to be done with this in 20 seconds if I keep going at this speed. I'm going to take my time and explain each one. Winter Soldier is, without a doubt, my favorite Captain America movie. No questions asked. Infinity War, very good movie. I understand why people say it's their favorite Avengers movie, but personally I disagree, and you'll see what I put on top. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man movie is definitely better than the second one, but the second one is by no means a bad movie. You can fight me on that, I don't care. Captain Marvel, people criticize Brie Larson's acting in that as being like, I guess, I don't know if stiff is the word or not, but like, I feel like it sort of fits the role she was playing. I feel like when we get to Captain Marvel 2, she'll definitely act the role a bit better, because she isn't just going to be the like amnesiac alien soldier. In Age of Ultron, Joss Whedon was kind of on his way out at that point. Anyway, Captain America, First Avenger. I'm gonna put it there or there. I like the comedy and Ant-Man and the Wasp better, but I like World War II stuff. Okay, Civil War, A tier. Most people would probably put it above Winter Soldier, but I'm not most people. Doctor Strange, A tier. The first Doctor Strange was such a good movie. I think the second one would have been a lot better if Scott Derrickson had directed it. Avengers Endgame, second favorite Marvel movie all around. Perfect send-off for Iron Man, and I in no way care that it was 3 hours. First Guardians of the Galaxy movie, above Civil War but behind Doctor Strange. Guardians 2, better than Infinity War in my opinion. Fight me. I'm not really getting into like whys right now, but I do resonate with some of the characters in that movie and some of the issues they have, particularly because they're emphasized more in this movie than they were in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Spider-Man Far From Home, once again very overhated. The Skrull twist with Samuel L. Jackson, with Nick Fury was interesting. It helped serve as it served his role of Tom Holland's Spider-Man starting to come into his own without Iron Man well, but that wouldn't really be finalized until No Way Home. Deals with legacy a lot. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, Incredible Hulk, D tier. I'm an Iron Man fanboy through and through, but Iron Man 2 is just not that good. It needs to go like right here between B and C. If there was like another category right now, that's where it would go, because it's an enjoyable watch, but not necessarily a good movie, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to put it there. Iron Man 3. And then, I said earlier that Endgame was my second favorite Marvel movie, which would obviously ask the question, well, what's your first favorite Marvel movie? Iron Man. For the most part, the rest of the MCU would not exist without it. And of course, you did have this Hulk movie, which came out at about the same time. I think there was like a gap of a month or two, maybe. I don't feel like checking. Correct me in the comments. Whatever, I don't care. But it was pretty much perfect. It had a character that was very unlikable at first. It breaks him down to nothing and then builds him up and makes him a very likable character for the most part. The first Black Panther movie. Oh. Yeah, A tier. Very good movie. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. You were definitely missed for the second one. Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. I think it earns that spot. Easy. Second Thor movie. Bottom of B. Maybe it's just because I've seen it a lot, but it's starting to put me asleep a little bit more as I watch it. Maybe it's the movie, maybe it's me, I don't know, but it's definitely got enjoyable elements. Introduces my second favorite living MCU character in terms of Thor. War Machine's my first, and I cannot wait for Armor Wars. Thor: The Dark World. Need I say more? Thor Ragnarok. Best Thor movie, hands down, no questions asked. Definitely my fourth favorite MCU movie. Yeah, you're fine where you are. The first Avengers movie. This is the first Marvel movie I watched way back in 2012. And been an Iron Man fanboy ever since. Went and saw it with my dad. He used to be campus police at the college near where I live, and he told me we were going to wash police cars, and then he took me to see that instead. Great memory. Okay, now we're getting into Phase 4. WandaVision. WandaVision was solid. It was fairly consistent. First 3 episodes very slow. So the question I'm asking myself now is, what is its rewatchability? Because I'm thinking of putting it about next to Thor. I would rather rewatch Thor because I don't want to rewatch a how long would that be? 7-hour series again. I'd rather rewatch Thor, but I feel like WandaVision was better overall. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Once again, overhated. I'm put it ahead of Civil War. Once again, fight me. Loki, once again, pretty consistent, but behind Civil War. Shang-Chi. I'm gonna put it right there. Because Spider-Man Homecoming, this is gonna piss some people off, but it was overwhelmingly meh. I do not think it would be B tier if Iron Man and Batman were not in it. For those of you who are unaware, the dude who plays the Vulture in that movie was Batman in the late 80s and early 90s. Michael Keaton. If they weren't in it, then the movie would probably be closer to right here. That's not to say it's a bad movie. It's pretty good. Okay, Black Widow. Yeah. What If was alright. Definitely more rewatchable than WandaVision in my opinion. Hawkeye. I really enjoyed Hawkeye. It made me like Hawkeye as a character. So I'll put it behind Loki. I'm actually in the middle of a Loki rewatch before I go and see Ant-Man next Thursday. Eternals, okay, Eternals gets more hate than it deserves. I mean, better than Black Widow, not as good as Age of Ultron. It was a little bit longer than it needed to be, but hey, that happens sometimes. It told the story it wanted to tell, and it set up stuff for the future, especially with Star Fox and Pip the Troll in that post-credit scene, and I respect that. And I can't wait to see what they do with the brother of Thanos next. Alright, No Way Home. I'm not even that big a Spider-Man fan. Maybe if I was a big Spider-Man fan, these two would be up higher. But No Way Home was as close to a perfect movie as you can get. Iron Man pretty much is a perfect movie. Endgame's got all the Iron Man clout with it, and it was a really good movie in my opinion, especially considering I don't mind longer movies. Winter Soldier had very cool action and a very character-driven story. Well, to an extent. Maybe that wasn't the right phrasing for it. The character elements were good with it, because it was like Captain America and Winter Soldier. That was... I have no idea what I'm trying to say. Maybe I should have written a script for this, but I wanted to get this out on Tuesday, and I'm recording this Monday night at 9:40. Ragnarok made Thor movies good temporarily. Okay, Spider-Man. I'm looking at the list down here and it looks like... Oh, there it is. That's Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is overrated, I'll say it. I much prefer Spider-Man 1, because I love Green Goblin. Spider-Man 2, put about right there, was a very good, well... Okay, let me think about this. Move that there. Move that up. Yeah. Spider-Man 3. Sure. Daredevil. Best of all the Netflix series. And it's not even a question. Daredevil, top tier. Moon Knight. I was kind of disappointed with it a little bit. It wasn't nearly as brutal as I thought it was going to be, and as I was hoping it was going to be. But Oscar Isaac did such a good job with that. Multiverse of Madness. Once again, pretty disappointing. The best part of that movie was watching Scarlet Witch slaughter the Illuminati. And even then, it was cool to watch, but it still kind of pisses me off, because half of them just stood there doing nothing while Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic were getting murdered. But hey, maybe if I'm with that tirade I was starting to go on, I should just do a video essay on it. Miss Marvel. Overhated, but not the best. Thor, Love and Thunder. Okay. This is gonna piss some people off, I know it. Thor, Love and Thunder. Top of B tier. Nowhere as good as Ragnarok, but definitely better than the first Thor movie, and miles ahead of The Dark World. Because the next movie I saw after watching Thor was Black Adam, and I gotta say I would much rather watch Thor than Black Adam. Because as questionable as the story of Thor was, like the execution of it, it was still very fun to watch. And it's one of the few movies where I actively sit through the credits. Excuse me. Instead of just skipping straight to the scenes. The only other movies than Thor that I will sit through the credits, the closing credits. The only movies where I sit through the closing credits all the way are this movie, Love and Thunder, right here, Avengers Endgame, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Next up, we got Defenders. Bottom of B. It had its issues, but overall it was not as terrible as people try and make it out to be. Iron Fist, I never watched it. Punisher. I love John Bernthal as the Punisher. I love the Punisher as a character. Season 2 definitely fell off a little bit from the first one, but it still had the Punisher being the Punisher. It gave me exactly what I wanted to see, just Frank Castle going around killing a bunch of dudes. Luke Cage, definitely better than the Punisher, like overall, but I still like the Punisher as a character more than Luke Cage. Jessica Jones, okay. I really want to put it like right here, but I really want to. Wait, no, I meant to do this. Top 5 movies. There we go. Problem solved. She-Hulk, except for the episode with Daredevil. I Am Groot, I'm gonna put like right here because it was fun to watch more than anything. Marvel Legends, never watched. Morbius, bottom of the bottom. But I'm gonna put these two. Yeah. Wakanda Forever. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, Wakanda Forever. Very good send off to Chadwick Boseman. They could not have done better with that. Like I said, it's one of the few movies where I'll sit through the closing credits, and that post-credit scene okay, let me think about this real quick. Looking through it all right now, I think it was the only Marvel movie with a post-credit scene that actually made me cry. And I have no shame in admitting that. Love that movie. Okay. Werewolf by Night. Yeah, I think that's fair. Because it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I didn't think it would be terrible. I thought it was going to be about like maybe in like this vicinity right here. No, it surprised me a little bit. I'll admit that. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Its rewatchability is down here, but the quality of it is like right here. And then I'm just gonna drop this right there because of course I haven't seen it yet, so I have no idea. Yeah, so this is my ranking of all of the Marvel movies, well, all the MCU movies, the MCU adjacent movies, yeah, and the MCU adjacent movies and the Netflix shows. I'm saying MCU adjacent because Vulture showed up in Morbius, which connects to, and Morbius connects to the Venom movies. And Venom was in No Way Home for like 3 seconds. So all of this here connects at least a little bit. So yeah, that's my ranking, and feel free to argue with me on this in the comics. So thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.